Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1876, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
All praises to the Most High, yeah. When we saw Michael in court on December the 14th, Michael did not have a black eye. December 14 was a Thursday, so we tried to get a letter to go and visit them on the Monday, which would be the 18th. At first, when we asked Miss D'Souza, she said, yeah, we can go and visit them. But then, after about 10 minutes, she called and told us that we cannot go and visit them on the 18th because they were having Christmas celebrations. I found it very strange that the facility would be having Christmas celebrations this early on the 18th. But okay, I said, alright, I will try and visit him on his birthday on the 29th. But as I told you in the first video, they did not allow me to go and see our children. So in my guesstimation, Michael got his black eye between the 14 and the 18. And this is why Miss D'Souza did not allow us to see him until the 8th of January of 2024. Again, here are the allegations brought up against us in court. But in the interview, here is Miss D'Souza.
Alright, so the children were removed based on, I would say, on two reasons. Let me give you the basic. One, based on what I'm getting from here, they were not going to school, two, they're not vaccinated. And thirdly, they have failed to seek medical attention for Anastasia.
Well, Miss D'Souza, you already know that my children are homeschooled. You are the one who told me in court that I was doing it illegally. And by law, that we have to be registered with the Independent Schools Unit. If that law exists, please show me, just like how you show me the Immunization Act law. Otherwise, please start bringing it up in court or in conversations.
Alright, so the children need to be enrolled in school. Have you keep a school? What's your plan as it relates to the school?
But I don't understand Miss D'Souza because earlier in the interview, you admit that the children are not illiterate like what you advised the judge in court and say Shyla and Michael are doing very well for their age. Here ya.
Well, I must say, based on the report that I received from some garden, they interact well with the caregivers. She's performing at her age level, and she shows willingness to do her work, and that is at the school that they attend at the facility. So she's doing well. Michael is also performing at his level. He said that he's outspoken and he quickly adapts to the content being taught.
Well, it's evident that we weren't lying when we told you that we teach them every single day. Right, Miss D'Souza? Pertaining to the Independent Schools Unit. Now, in our conversations, me tell Miss D'Souza that I would like to continue to homeschool the children. She WhatsApped me a number for the ISU and said to contact a lady named Miss Downey. Now, when I contacted Miss Downey and tried to have the children registered, she told me that I have to present her with vaccination records for my children. Now, when I explained my situation to Miss Downey, she told me that, she cannot begin the process, so I would just have to get the children immunized first and then contact her. So, these are the ultimatum in front of me. Here, Miss D'Souza.
What the lawyer said, what exemption the lawyer said to you?
Alright, she said she did contact the ISU, and as me tell her, said the ISU. The same people to call Miss Down,
Independent
School. Yeah, man. So she said she speak to, she got a lady name, can't give it info, can WhatsApp it to her, but to speak to her, she said it's policy, however that's not law, and we can get an exemption and we suppose.
Exemption you have to present with the past certificate.
Yeah, man. So me supposed to go to war and get the paper and deal with it, but me no want the thing. So wait, so even though me I tell you say, me as a parent have a negative reaction, me still have to take the chance and immunize my children and wait to see if them get sick before you can do something about it. I'm sorry. That's not good enough. That not make no sense. But on to your third point, because me no want the video get too long. Now when Anna Japan break her hand, when me look on it, it never have no big massive bend. There were no bones protruding. When me flex her hand and ask her to move her fingers, or ask her if it hurt when she do none of them thing there, she said no. So me make a homemade splint, put it in a sling, and she went to her bed. When she wake up the next morning, me check her temperature and check her hand if it was swollen. And it wasn't. So when me get me 30 pack down in the weekend, me could have bring her go to a private doctor to get a letter, so me could have go to one of them x-ray facility to get a x-ray done to see how bad the damage was. Me did a try borrow the money before the weekend, but me just never get it, so we just did have to wait. And the way I want to look pan and deal with Rastafari, I could have never find myself back at a public facility to say me a seek on help. Now, make we talk about why I go and take my children them. So remember, them come and take them on the evening of October 12th. Then the next day we go to family court in a Mobile and spend like a half an hour with them on the 13th. The next time we see them again was the 16th of November, approximately 35 days after the 13th of October. So when me asked Miss Forbes, that are the lady who kept in touch with us and kept us updated with the new court dates, when we asked her when we can see her visit our children, she told us that we cannot and that she can't disclose the location where they are being kept. So we never know where them there. I couldn't eat or sleep or work when me hear them thing there. Me and Natasha today wait for a call or a text to tell her when we can see with children them, when we can visit them and talk to them and tell them say everything alright, but we never get that call. She finally gave me a number for a caseworker, which turned out to be Miss D'Souza, but Miss D'Souza just stretched out the whole thing till November 16 reach we before we could have see the children them. Believe it or not, Miss D'Souza still did a linger to set up a date so we could have go to the facility to see with children. It's not until the police visit me and Natasha in Albertown, then me ask Miss McDonald to link Miss D'Souza. And that's when we get a date for the 28th of November, and that's the time we finally get to see with kids them. I mean, no matter how we explain to Miss D'Souza or Miss Forbes, we have a close relationship with the children them, and we never been apart for so long. You understand? Them still no listen. And each time we meet in a court and I see the changes for my daughter and my son, and I point it out to Miss D'Souza and I point it out to the judge, them no see it. Miss McDonald try establishing a court to Miss D'Souza, and the judge say the charges or the allegations no warrant the emotional and mental damage it cause upon the children them, because them could have their home while the investigations are being done. But Miss D'Souza was hell-bent on convincing the judge that my children were illiterate, and emphasized how we neglected Anna's broken arm when we done tell her how the thing go already. So because me see you and the judge neglect the mental health of my children them, me take it upon myself and sacrifice my freedom for feed them sanity, you know. And for my sanity and for Natasha's sanity as well. Michael and Charlotte them feel the pressure from the separation, but them pull through. But unfortunately, Anna never make it, because Anna no remember her mother and Anna no remember me. She no remember we name and she no remember who we are to her. But even though I no realize it, I'm not going to pay for what I do to my family. I'm not going to pay for what I do to Anna. Oh, and one more thing. The cpfsa is currently in the process of trying to find someone who is more suitable to take our children into custody. Because Natasha and I are unwilling to move forward until a proper investigation is done into the harmful side effects of the vaccines and how it affected us, and because our children share the same DNA. And because we have nobody else to come to our aid in such short notice, Natasha had recommended her sister to take the children in her care. But unfortunately, Natasha's sister plans to travel in the very near future, so there goes that option. So Natasha's mother, which is the children's grandmother, had stepped up and said that she will take the children in her care. But Natasha's mother is guilty of prostituting Natasha when she was only 13 and her other daughter when she was only 14. But when the older daughter confronted the mother about prostituting Natasha to the same man she got prostituted to, the mother turned around and stabbed her with a knife. So Miss D'Souza, I advise you, tread carefully. If you are interested in hearing the continuation of this story, check out my channel, Dreadpill. Thanks for watching. Links to articles and the full recording is in the description.